Cool.
You'll hear that a lot. And these pipes, that's the bottom of the flute, and those large pipes there, the huge wooden pipes, which you can see start there, and they actually go even further behind those there. They go all the way through the floor. So that's the middle octave of those, and the longest octave is the octave that's under the seats. So they're like those, they're twice as big. So yeah, massive. They're massive. The strings, string pipes, and behind you there, they're the shutters that open and close to let the volume of the organ out. It slopes up that way towards the cinema. And so you can see them standing. They stand down on the baseboard, and the ones under the seats are twice as big. So it's massive. Flute, and that's the tuba, bottom of the tuba. Nothing around. And this is the solo chamber, which has all the really pretty solo stops in it. You can see the saxophone front, and the trumpet behind it. And then there's the solo string and the tibia. And then behind that you've got the oboe and the oboe horn, and another metal flute, and behind that at the front, tiny little pipes they call the canura, which sound a bit like a duck. So they're all left over from the old days. They were designed just to make comical sort of sound. And that's the bottom of the flute on this side. And you've got the marimba on the two bottom levels, xylophone and glockenspiel. Behind this stack, there's a stack of effects, musical effects, sound effects, the horse's hooves, the etc., car horn and everything, the tambourine and all the other percussions there. And at the front is the piano, which is playable from the console, like so. And the organ originally had one of a very few grand pianos attached to it, which used to sit on the stage at the Regent Theatre, the console on the hoist, and it was remote controlled from the organ. It was an original Wurlitzer piano. But they only made very few of them, sent them, only 2 of them came to Australia. And we had one, and there was one in Melbourne, I think. But it was sold when they removed the organ. So this replaces, it does the same thing, but anyhow. Chimes over there, bass drum, etc. There's cymbals and things, a couple of other effects on the end. And that's nearly the entire organ, apart from the really massive pipes upstairs. Okay, so these are just one octave of pipes in the organ, the bottom largest octave, and these are the extension of the pipes we saw downstairs, basically the same, I just get bigger. The longest one's about 30 feet, and that's bottom C. That's the C, another octave below the C on the bottom of the piano. So pretty deep note. And these pipes are actually called diaphones. And they make their pitch by having a reed in them, like a flapping valve. And it's the same mechanism that a foghorn uses. The man who invented these actually had the patent for foghorns. So it's an enormous, it's the way to produce an enormous, move an enormous volume of air to make a note. And they do. Very big.
And those are the seats above.
So that's the seats just above us. They rest on that floor.
Okay.
When we play the organ, you'll really notice these being played if I hit them. I don't know if we're going to play the bottom one, but we'll be using them. So, yes, they used to sit behind the proscenium on the floor at the Regent Theatre. Apparently, when they were installed and they started testing the plaster work that was new in the theatre, bits and pieces of it fell away, and they had to delay what they were doing to fix it because of these. So but apparently a little while after that they weren't used so much. I think they had taken parts out of them to do other things in the organ, but they work here, that's for sure. So one whole space just for them.
That's huge.
There's about, I think there's about 5 or 6 sets of these in Australia.